now tuned in to the FrameZ Show.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Frames with the Frame Show. You know how we do, bringing that flavor to your ear. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Somebody bring me a beer. So I'm in here today, chilling with the one and only Beth Turner.
It's me. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing swell. How about you?
Doing really good.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm glad you got to come over today.
Me too. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody brought us both a beer.
Right?
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Did you know you can drink Corona and not get coronavirus?
I didn't.
Apparently the stocks of Corona went down.
Completely.
Yeah. It's sad.
Funny story as you say that about the stocks is my youngest child, under 10 years old, was like, I feel so sorry for Corona beer because nobody wants to drink Corona anymore.
Right. Corona's
So-
canceled. So is life.
Yeah,
It's great.
exactly.
Love it.
So Corona, we're here with you. I like Corona. So,
Yeah. Drink Corona.
Yeah. I need a sponsorship now.
Yeah, for real.
We need to be paid.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'm glad we got to do this. We got to shoot some amazing scenes in other places, and
Yes.
you know, we talked about the music video, and we got to go down by the water, and it's been a hot day.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
But it's been good.
It's been nice. I like the change in scenery.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. What's good, everybody? So we are here with Beth Turner,
What's up?
superstar of the day. It's your boy Frames, you already know. So just wanted to check in and get to see you. And can you tell us about this place a little bit?
Yeah, so I actually found this place because I saw a semi truck drive down this road and I didn't know it existed. It's right by my house. And so I followed it one day and I saw a bunch of abandoned trains and I was like, well, that's pretty cool.
Right.
And I just got to exploring it on foot and I found a series of 6 abandoned train cars that actually like used to be something.
Sweet,
So
yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
No, it's pretty sick. So so you shot some of your video here,
Yeah.
Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
And the teaser is out. Everybody's seen that. So tell us a little bit about the video. Like, was it fun? It looks like it was a fun time.
It was an awesome time. Me and the videographer, Bill Benedict, he's super dope.
Right.
We work together a lot and we love exploring random abandoned places that are kind of out of the box. And so, yeah, we had a great time. We went here, we went to an abandoned school. I smashed a TV. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
That's pretty freaking awesome. You know? Yeah. So the video was, you know, for what everybody's seen so far, what I saw, it was really dope. I really liked it. The song was really fun, sounded really good.
Thanks.
I like that, you know, you look like you had a lot of fun doing it. And that, to me, like, that's why we do it, you know, is so
Exactly.
that we enjoy it, but then so that also the people that hear it and see it, they enjoy it as well, you know. And, you know, getting to come out here where you shot this is actually pretty freaking cool.
Right?
You know? Not a lot of people get the chance to do things like that, you know, and so I'm honored that you know, invited me to do it. And
Anytime.
yeah, you know, we had to climb some rails and stuff and hop through some windows, but,
Punch out some windows.
Right, yeah.
Just kidding.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see the whole thing, and you know, can't wait to see where it goes.
Same here.
Yeah,
Stoked.
for sure. So was there one thing about it that like was your favorite part of doing it or shooting the video? Or
I think coming up with the concept is always my favorite part. Because the past music videos I've done have just been like, you know, pretty shots here and there.
right,
But this one actually has a very intricate story behind it that you wouldn't guess at the surface. But once you hear it, it makes sense to you.
dope, yeah. No, that's cool. Writing the treatment is always a fun thing, especially for a videographer. If I'm saying that correctly,
I think.
right? Yeah, I know that, you know, I've talked to quite a bit, and they love when they get to sit down and actually write a treatment for a video, and it's not just you know, you and your friends like hanging out in front on the porch or whatever the case may be. Getting a whole storyline involved in it is always fun.
Yeah, and it's always better when you can collaborate with another creative mind and really just dive into what else can this song mean to people.
Right, yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think that that's enough for this spot.
I think so. Let's check out the next
Check out
one.
the rest of it.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do it.
So we're back. It's your boy Frames. I'm here with
Hey, it's Beth.
Turner, and this is another spot where you shot Euphoria.
Yes, it is.
Right. Super cool. Train car. There's like so many things here that probably could tell us a lot if they could talk.
Yeah, we actually went through some of the papers that you see scattered on the ground. I found like old film slides from the 60s, so it's pretty crazy.
That's super cool though.
Yeah.
Those film slides, I wonder like if we could see them. I wonder what's on them. Like,
Yeah.
that would be pretty cool to be involved, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a cool spot. Once again, the video was dope, and you guys are gonna have to definitely keep a lookout for this scene. And what would you think? What would you rate this part? Was this one of your favorite spots? Or?
This is definitely one of my favorite parts. We filmed the second verse here.
Okay.
And it's really cool, like the effects of the lighting on both sides.
Right.
I don't know. That was one of the most magical scenes in my mind.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was dope. As you can tell, it's kind of warm in here.
Just a little bit.
We're going to move on to the next spot. All right, so we're back again. It's Frames. It's Beth Turner in the spot where she did. I didn't have anything to do with it. Euphoria. But, so tell us a little bit about this one.
I just love this entire train car. Like, it's
the whole,
super cool.
I think the whole, like, look of the whole thing, like, just, the old feel and, like, like, the different shots, the different angles you could use, like everything looks like really cool. So I think it fits well with the song and with the video. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like the deteriorated look. The paint's peeling, so much abandoned stuff left over. What could have been here. Yeah. I think it's really cool.
Right. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But back there, it's almost like meat hooks. So like, there's probably some pigs or something was back there, people to eat on, and,
yeah.
It's like I think this might have been the kitchen we talked about, or
right. There's a stove right over there.
Yeah, so it's super cool, But on to the next spot.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get it. All right, well, we're here for the last scene from the video. Right. Yeah.
Just don't tell anyone.
It's a secret. We're in a very secret location.
Don't know if I'm actually supposed to be here or not.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not, but it's okay. So overall, yeah, I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see the full thing. I can't wait for the people to see the full thing. What do you think? Closing this out, what would be your final words to say about this video?
So Euphoria, the EP is actually being named after the single Euphoria. And to me, it's about confronting the duality of the person who you are and who you want to be. And I think that's something that everybody can relate to across the board. This is a fun little party bop, but the EP is going to be a journey through exploring all of that. Awesome. So I'm excited for y'all to hear it. Yeah. Thank you for having me on here.
For sure. Thanks for wanting to do it, It's been super cool being here. It's been kind of hot.
Oh, it's very hot. I'm sweating.
You guys can see there's a lot of stuff out here walking around and finding new places. We climbed through some windows.
Yep.
We went up and down some train cars. Saw some meat hooks.
Yeah, just a standard day in the life.
Yeah, exactly. So, but without further ado, you guys get ready for that video, and don't go nowhere, because when we come back, we're gonna get to know Beth.
All right.
Take my time to face the doubt. I'm here waiting in the clouds. Euphoria, come take me now. Feel my body screaming out, a carbon copy of myself. Still here waiting in the clouds. Euphoria, come take me now.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Frames with the Frame Show. Hold up. I did that completely wrong, but that's okay because I'm here with Beth Turner.
That's all right.
How are you?
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Cooler now.
Right.
It's not like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
Exactly. Yeah. We get to come down here and hang out by the water, and just kind of enjoy the views.
It's nice.
I hope everyone is enjoying the view as well, because we worked hard to get here and get this view. But anyway, getting on into things. Tell everybody where you're from.
I am originally from Virginia Beach. My family was in the military, so it was like Florida, Charleston, but I mainly grew up in Virginia Beach. I moved around a bunch and came back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So you got to, experience a little bit of different places and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved to like 7 different places within a very short time span, and it was really really powerful, really influential on my life.
Right. That's awesome. Like I'm in the military myself. I'm in the Navy, so traveling, moving around, starting over, something I know quite a bit about.
Yeah, it gets fun after a while.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you get a routine.
For sure. So moving into, if you don't know, Beth is an amazing singer, performer. She plays a lot of instruments. And when did you start doing all of that?
So I started performing with the Virginia Children's Chorus when I was 4 years old.
Oh, nice.
And I stayed with them until I graduated high school. And I've always loved singing and performing. My whole life I used to dance. And I really loved the stage, and I wanted to keep to that, but not with dance. And so I started teaching myself piano when I was in 10th grade. And then I started teaching myself guitar when I got to freshman year of college.
Nice.
And I've probably been writing since I was in 4th grade, but it wasn't good back then. It was really bad.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So you're basically self-taught for everything.
Yeah, except for singing. Thankfully, I had really good training, but yeah, for sure.
No, that's awesome. I go back to, so with me, I do a lot of editing and using a lot of recording programs, different things, and I was always self-taught with that. So
That's awesome.
I know that it's hard to learn, especially when you don't have somebody that really knows what they're doing to give you those pointers,
Exactly. It's all trial and error.
Yeah. But I couldn't imagine trying to play a piano or pick up a guitar. I don't know. It's just, I think it's amazing.
I mean, it's funny because if I tried it now, I don't think that I would have the patience for it. I just have my mind made up on what I'm going to do now.
Right.
But when I was 15, I heard Fall For You by Secondhand Serenade. Do you remember that song?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and that was the whole reason why I wanted to start playing piano.
Nice.
And so, yeah, it just grew from there.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so when you started, where do you think you started taking it seriously,
I know the exact moment, actually. It was, I was living in Charleston. I went to school down there, and I was out busking on the street, and I was probably it was only my 2nd week doing it.
Right.
And this lady came up to me, and I had been doing really well, making a lot of money that day. And this lady came up to me, and she handed me $40. And to a broke college student, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. That's
Right.
20 meals.
I don't know if you've seen Facebook, but apparently $40 gets you quite a bit these days.
Yes.
Anyways.
But yeah, and so she handed me $40, and she was just very encouraging, and she just told me, she was you're gonna make it far if you just stick with this. She was I want you to take this money and invest it in your music. And so I did, and from that day forward, I was that's really cool. With just a song, I can influence somebody like that, you know. So that was just really special to me, and gave me a love for making music, not only for myself, but for people to feel what I go through when I write the songs.
Right.
You know?
That's awesome. I think a lot of people, when you do it for that reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that you make it. Everybody's, I guess, definition of making it would be different.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you're doing it because you love it, and the way you make people feel and the way it makes you feel, it's all genuine, and it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, I could play for a crowd of one person all my life, then that one person just gets it and feels it, and I'm happy with that,
Right. That's what's up. Well, I think we're gonna move into the studio.
All right, let's do it.
Get some other stuff in there.
All right.
You guys don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. So we talked about a little bit about who you are and where you're from and stuff, and music-wise, kind of when you started and what you do. But what would you say your favorite instrument is to play?
Probably piano, because I mean it's the one I'm most comfortable with. I learned that first, but also just the emotion it captures. I don't know. It's cool switching it like the same song between guitar and piano and seeing people's reaction.
Right.
Because usually when I play the keys, they tell me like they really like felt it. You know?
Right.
I love
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Since you said piano, funny story that you will remember.
Okay.
Is we were at
Now I know.
the Victorian is what it's called, right?
Victorian Station.
And I was trying to be nice and help you take your keyboard out to the car.
I
and,
still appreciate it.
and I think we broke one of your keys. You know.
But
and,
you know, I ended up like smashing it down one day. I was like, "This is gonna work," and
Right.
it worked. And then I guess I spilled like a glass of water or something like that. My keyboard had like water damage
Right.
a week after I got it to work again.
Oh, man. Well, I felt so bad that day. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like that is her thing, and I just ruined it. Like it was horrible.
It's okay. It's not
Yeah.
a key I play a lot,
Okay,
so
cool.
it's all good.
It was a whatever key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But either way, you do play really well.
Thank
and
you.
I think you have a lot of talent in that side of things. Even besides the fact of like your singing and everything, like just the fact of being able to play a tune and like you can vibe to it. Like it's not like I could play some keys, but are you going to be able to like really listen to it, or are you gonna be like, what the hell is that? So I really think it's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And as we were talking about, you're self-taught and all of that, you know, which is pretty freaking cool, you know. Which I guess nowadays, you know, there's a YouTube video for everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that you know a lot of people probably learn that way at this point. But for me coming up, that was not an option
Yeah.
for anything. So
Yeah, I didn't have a smartphone for a while. So I was 15
Right.
when I started. I think I got my first smartphone when I was like 17. So
Right.
YouTube wasn't that much of an option for me. And I don't have the attention span to sit down and watch an entire YouTube video.
right,
So I actually just like looked up a chord chart and like it was a picture of like what it looks like on the keys. And so I just like, I knew some music theory, but I had to like teach myself a lot to get through all that. But
definitely.
it took a while, but it was worth it.
Right, cool,
Yeah.
cool. So the new song, Euphoria,
Yes.
the video coming out.
August 8th, 2020.
Yes.
8/8/2020.
Yes. That might be out when this comes out, but
It
you
might.
know,
We'll
you
see.
guys make sure you go watch Euphoria.
Check it out.
You know, it'll be on YouTube, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. It'll be everywhere.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you talk about the song a little bit? Like you've already told me, but
Yeah.
there's a meaning behind the song. Like there's actual meaning behind the lyrics.
Yeah, so it's definitely super upbeat. I wrote it with Will Beasley, who also recorded and produced the whole thing. He's awesome. He's up in Richmond. Check him out. But we sat down and he was like, well, what do you want to write about? And I was like, an altered state of mind. And he was like, okay.
Right.
And so we wrote it together, and it became this really cool, like, dual message, you know,
Right.
both of, like, being in an altered state, but also in that state you confront yourself as you are and yourself as you want to be.
Right.
And I think the video definitely captures that. It's very subtle, and you wouldn't really know unless you probably watched this interview.
Right.
But it definitely shows that those two emotions playing off of each other.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, for what you showed me earlier, yeah, I can definitely see that.
Cool.
Yeah, the song is super dope, you know, and I haven't even heard the entire song yet. You know,
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It's really fun feeling, but I can hear the message, you know, in the song too. So
Yeah.
but that's something that someone like me, something I look for, you know, in everybody, because I look for. I'm not just about the good vibe of this. I like the good vibe of a song, but
Right.
I like to, you know, hear some sort of message or some sort of story through it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the coolest moment. Like, I think most people listen to the music first, like,
Right.
if you actually like this song as it is,
Right.
and then you take in the lyrics, you know, if you know how to, and that just like
Definitely.
makes the song.
Right. Yeah. And you definitely did that.
Thank
That
you.
was cool.
Appreciate that.
You actually, if you guys can see, she wrote some lyrics back on the board, and she signed my board. I'm gonna keep that. You know, we're gonna put it in the back. when she becomes famous, like, yeah.
Sell it for like $2.
Yeah. And get like 2 million at least.
All right, word.
Yeah. But yeah, so what we wrote, well, I'll let you read what it says.
Okay, poetry with Beth. It says, we turn a different shade and burn the ghost. The time we wasted is all we own. And so that lyric really stands out to me because basically there are two main scenes for the music video, and one is in an abandoned train and the other one's in an abandoned school. And so the idea of that is like on the abandoned train, I'm evolving from like, it starts off who I am, like deep inside, all my fears, all my failures that I'm confronting in that moment. And then it shows flashes of how I present myself on the train.
Right.
But I know I'm on my way to confront who I actually am.
Right.
And so once we get into the abandoned school, it's kind of that reckoning with myself, merging the parts of me I might not like with the things I want to be.
Right.
If that makes any sense at all.
No, definitely.
And so that lyric just stands out to me because, the time we wasted is all we own. That's our time that we get to do whatever we want to with it.
For sure.
And why not make things better?
Exactly. Yeah. That's really awesome the way you just broke that down.
Thanks.
So,
it's long-winded, but...
right. Yeah. Poetry with Beth Turner. We're going to have to start doing this more often.
Ding.
Light bulb just went off.
Yeah.
So we got the music video coming out, the new song. Is there an album coming? Is there...
So I was going to do a full-length album, and then I realized people have short attention spans.
They
just because I do.
Yes.
It makes sense,
we
you
all
know?
do,
Yeah. So I decided to split it into 2 EPs.
Okay.
And so the first EP is going to be called Euphoria, and that one's going to be a really cool evolution of that same idea.
Right.
And then the second one does not have a title to be revealed yet.
Right.
So, but they're both coming in 2020.
Right.
And I'm
Sweet.
so stoked.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. I'm glad to hear that you've got that's still a lot of music to come out.
Yeah, it'll be 10 songs total.
That's damn near a whole album.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So but I think it's a good marketing idea, or which is very big in this world that we live in of being entertainers, right?
Yeah.
Marketing and branding and promoting and stuff. So breaking that down into 2 different sections or whatever, giving the people, hey, check this out, and then boom, hey, check this out,
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I worked in radio and I was doing marketing and promotions over there,
Right.
so
So she
really
knows it
carried
all,
over.
guys. She knows it all.
I know a fraction.
Right,
I know how to
yeah.
write FCC rules.
Right.
But no, it's been a cool way to translate it,
Right,
to
yeah.
something I'm passionate about.
Yeah. Speaking of the radio, which I guess you don't work at the radio now.
No, coronavirus happened.
Damn corona.
I'll drink to that.
Drink to that.
Refreshing.
Well, working at the radio, I'm sure did you ever have those moments of dang man, I work here, I want to get my music, just play my music, man, put my music
Right.
on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I first started, I was like, maybe I can form that relationship with people to where
Right.
that could be a thing.
Right.
But the ones that I worked at were all kind of, it had to be top 40, in
Right,
order to
right,
get on the
right,
radio.
yeah.
But it was really cool because I got to meet artists that would come through. It was really cool because sometimes I would get to spend time with them and have one-on-one conversations.
Definitely.
And I met Callum Scott one time. I don't know if
Oh,
you've heard of him.
yeah, yeah.
He's
That's pretty cool.
incredible. I love his voice
Yeah.
more than most singers out there. And I actually got to talk with him after he performed in the studio, and that was such a moment for me of just keep going, don't give up. And
Right.
he gave me all this wonderful advice, and he was so sweet. He was like, maybe one day I'll be at one of your shows.
That's
I was
awesome. Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna make it happen.
Right. You are coming. to my
You are
show.
coming. You're invited.
You're buying front row tickets.
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. I got the opportunity myself to meet some people that I guess I was a fan of and stuff, and it's so, I don't know, it's mind blowing almost, when you
Yeah.
meet somebody like that, and it's you just humble. They're humble. Like you can have a conversation,
Right.
and like it's not like just all crazy. Like, oh, get out of my face. Like they actually should talk to you. You
Yeah,
know?
and what's funny is it's usually their managers that have to, like, you know, watch out for them, and they're like, come on, we gotta go. And,
Right.
like, Callum Scott literally looked at his manager and was like, no, give me a minute.
Right,
Like,
right,
It
yeah.
was so sweet,
That
you
was
know?
awesome. I got the opportunity to meet an artist. His name's Denine. He's from the group D12 with Eminem.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
And now he kind of goes by Mr. Porter. And I got the opportunity to meet him at it was called the MTS Beat Clinic. It was put on by Music Theory Studios.
I was supposed
in
to go to
Norfolk.
that. I did not. I wish I did.
An amazing time. I got to hang out with him out on the balcony and at the Slover Library, and
That's so
like
great.
I just thought it was going to be like there's so many people trying to talk to these guys. You know, there was a bunch of big names there. You know, Lord Finesse, a lot of old school guys, producers and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I seen Denine, and I'm like, I'm like, this is I love D12. Like D12 is probably one of my favorite rap groups. you
Yeah.
know? And he like literally just pulled me in and like was talking to me, like chopping. It was almost like
cool.
we were like we've known each other for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And the funniest thing was one of my best friends, my partner on the show. He FaceTimed me, and Denine, like he grabs my phone, he like throws his arm around me, and he answers my FaceTime call, and like it was just so nuts, and
Yeah.
and I couldn't believe that it actually kind of happened,
Right.
And his manager at the time was there, and he was like, "Hey man, we gotta go," and he's like, "Come on, bro, let's go." Like, all right, let's go. Like,
That's awesome.
so I can only imagine like when you say that, like getting to meet somebody like that,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
Honestly, I get those same feelings meeting people like you.
Okay.
I,
You don't have to do all that.
I mean, I do honestly. I have a passion for this. I love music. I love learning about new people, and getting to meet people and hearing what they do. Like, I'm like, holy shit! Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, I'm almost like what do they call like a fanboy or whatever. I mean, I'm not fanboying out, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I get it.
So I really like it.
That's cool.
But yeah, so moving forward, do you have any kind of dates that you can put out there yet for music or?
I'm a big fan of just kind of going with the flow because I'm a
Mhm.
procrastinator and I live that life and I embrace it fully.
Right.
So as of right now, the only date I have is August 8th, 2020 for the Euphoria video.
Right.
But I will say that everything is coming very, very soon.
Very soon. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it. I know it's going to be good. And if it's anything like Euphoria, then it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think that song it's got like a poppy vibe and like but at the same time it'd be like fun and poppy. It's got like a meaningful vibe, like,
Yeah.
and it's almost a bit of a dark vibe to it, like
Yeah.
So it's like all these things and like you just compressed them
Right.
and
Here's a
and you
song.
just spit it out. And it's pretty cool. So.
Yeah. Thanks.
When you go into like the process of writing, I know you said you wrote the song with Will Beasley.
Mm-hmm.
What's that process like for you?
Usually, it really depends. Like, sometimes I'll hear a melody in my head and like sing it out loud, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's really pretty. I should write a song off that." Or then sometimes I'll just be inspired by a phrase I hear. Like I wrote a song called "Castles in the Sky,"
Right.
and it was based off of what was it? I think it was Frankenstein. There was
Okay.
a lyric a line in there
Right.
where Lucy was writing about making castles in the sky.
Right.
So I like imagery a lot, and but I think the main motivator for me to write a song is just feeling something.
Right.
I think it's the best way for me to be able to get that out and express it. Raw emotion really comes through, when
For sure.
songwriting.
Yeah.
So
That's that's how it should be. I think
yeah.
everybody has their quirks or whatever, right? I guess,
Right.
their ways of doing things.
Yeah.
But I think when it's like emotions and naturally kind of just happens, like that's the best way.
Yeah, exactly.
You said something earlier about like kind of just letting things happen naturally, going with the flow, you know. That's me all day.
Yeah.
You know, I think when we first met, we talked about doing this, and I was like, well, it'll happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going to do it. Like, I try not to force anything. You know?
Yeah.
And every time I've done it like that and not force it and let things happen, it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So, and it works out perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything happens as it's meant to if you just let it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. So let's see. Random question.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you have a favorite local artist besides yourself?
Ooh, that's hard.
And not downing any other artist, because I'm sure you like a lot, but you know.
Man, okay. You're gonna put me on the spot.
That's what
A top 3 just came to my mind, but there's so many more.
Right.
Okay. These people are all wonderful people, and take that away, like their music is just absolutely incredible.
Right.
So y'all know Christy K.
Yeah.
You interviewed her
Right.
like what four times now.
Yeah, we've done quite a bit of work together.
Yeah, I love her. She's
Yeah.
wonderful, and I love her music because it has a really, really good meaning behind it.
Definitely.
Donald Davis, aka Dream Dweller, y'all
Okay.
should check him out. He is just started in the scene, I think, within the past year, and he's just growing so exponentially. I'm
Right.
really excited to see him put some more stuff out.
Right.
And then my other third one would be Cody Browning.
I've heard that name quite a few times now.
Yeah, he's definitely getting out here. He moved when I did the Chongdishin. He actually had just moved down here from Pennsylvania
Okay.
with his girlfriend Emily, and they're just wonderful people. And I really like his original music.
Right.
So
Awesome.
I couldn't pick one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You spoke about the Chongdishin. What, for those that don't know, what is that? Like, what is-
So it's a singer-songwriter competition put on by Jesse Chong, also a wonderful local musician. I forgot about him. See, this is too
Look,
hard.
see,
I
it's too
can't
much.
choose. But anyway, he puts that on. I think it's like 2-3 times a year, and it's just a really cool experience for a bunch of artists to come together. It's very lighthearted and fun.
Right.
And the winner gets a 3-song recording deal with Will Beasley.
Awesome.
And so that's how Euphoria happened.
Right. Dope.
And
Yeah.
another song.
Right. Yeah, and you spoke about Christy K earlier. The first time I interviewed Christy K, I had never met Christy before that, and like literally she came over that day. That was our first time meeting.
Yeah.
And like she came in and she had this huge smile on her face, and she was like all pumped up. She was this big old hug, and I'm like, okay, like you know, and it was just awesome. It was cool.
Yeah.
The vibe was just really there. You know?
Yeah.
And one of the things that she said, there was a few names that she mentioned that I should find and talk to, and you were one of them. You know, like she was like you have to hear Beth Turner. She's amazing. And you know, not long after that, I looked you up and found your music and stuff. And then I think the first song I heard of yours was "Boss." I think it is.
Yeah.
And you got a video out for that, right? Yeah, and I was like, man, like she's actually pretty freaking good, like you
Thanks.
know, and then I just once I find one, I try to continue to dive in and find stuff, and then I noticed like you do a lot, at least now you do a lot of live videos, singing and playing, and you were hosting open mic nights.
I miss that
Down
so
in
much.
Norfolk, like,
Yeah.
I came to one of those.
Yeah.
And it was pretty freaking cool. Like there were some amazing people there.
I know. I can't wait for that to come back up. It's Starving Artist Cafe. I was hosting every other Friday. I started with Christy, and then she went on her adventure. But that was just such a cool community that we were able to just, curate. Like everybody just kind of flocked, and there hasn't been a bad artist, and everybody's so supportive no matter what level anybody's at.
Right. Yeah.
I miss that a lot.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. Actually, I think we had planned to do one of those together at one point. And then
this
Corona
happened.
happened.
Man,
But
that was wild because I was about to go to Barcelona, and so I had somebody cover that one open mic, and then I like almost got stuck in Spain. And then I was like, hey guys, like we probably shouldn't do it. I'm in quarantine. And then the rest of the world the rest of America got into quarantine after that.
Yeah.
So it's been since March.
Yeah, we've been in the house, and
And people still don't wear face masks.
I know. I guess, dang, no, we're not wearing a mask either in
Well,
here, but whatever.
But I know you.
Yeah.
I know your germs.
Yeah, exactly. Good germs. We have good germs.
Good germs.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would love to when things get back to, at some point things will get back to normal, and I'm sure you'll be ready to get back over there and do some singing and have some people come out and definitely keep me in the loop on that, because I want to come out and support, help out as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I loved it. I went there one night. You didn't know we didn't know each other at all, and
No,
you were so
that
nice,
was-
but you were so nice to me. You were like,
Aw.
hey, how are you? Like, you stopped and talked, and then I think we hung out for a little bit outside, and it was just it was a good night. A lot of people stopped and talked to me, and I mean that was a whole new environment for me, because it wasn't somewhere I had never been there before. Haven't met anyone there, so. I appreciate you guys making me feel at home, I guess, right?
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should definitely check out their food sometime. Starving Artist Cafe has some dank food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, I didn't order any food that night. I don't know if they were cooking or not.
It might have been a little late.
Yeah, it was a little bit
But
late.
someday.
Yeah. But no, I think that, it's definitely dope. It's awesome. And there was a lot of people there. So, yeah. Good
Yeah.
turnout.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like more of doing like an open mic type thing like that, or say like a preset, like you performed at the Z?
Oh, the Ziders?
The Ziders.
Ziders American Dream Theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
What would you say your I guess your favorite is? If there's a big difference there.
It's like two different types of love I have for it, because I'm a firm believer. My parents taught me really well that like not only do you build yourself up in life, but other people help build you up, and so you should do the same in return.
Right.
And so for me as a musician, like I'm not well known or anything like that, but it's really cool seeing people. Like there was a 13-year-old girl that came to Starving Artist Cafe, and she blew me away. Like it was unreal.
Right.
And seeing stuff like that, and she was so nervous and not confident in her abilities yet, and just being able to like me and everybody else there just tell her like, you're doing amazing, keep going. Like that's a whole different type of love for me than performing.
Right. Right.
But I really did love the show at Ziders. That was a dream come true, performing there. It's such a beautiful spot.
Right.
And it is really nice being able to like not see the crowd because of all the lights, and you just let it go
Just
and perform what feels right.
Right.
So
Yeah. No, that's pretty awesome. I really enjoy the small, like the open mics, because you get to, like you were saying about the little girl that like you get to meet those type of people, that you would never think like. You're like, oh, this person, they're not going to do anything great.
Right.
But then they go in and blow you away.
One girl made me cry, and I was like, hey, that's kind of rude.
Yeah,
Like, don't be that good.
Right. No, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that, as far as Beth Turner goes, you have a lot of good things coming. And,
Hopefully.
I mean, you've been doing great things, so why would they not?
Back at ya.
happening? Yeah.
Pound it.
Awesome. Yeah. But, so yeah, let's see. Is there anything that you wish, or maybe you would change about maybe like how you've come so far, like what you've done, or maybe maybe I should do this, or do you? Let me rephrase that. Do you go through a process of like thinking, maybe questioning yourself sometimes, like?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say this, or I shouldn't go like this. Maybe I shouldn't wear this. I mean,
Yeah.
because I honestly, just doing the show, sometimes I have those things that I deal with,
Yeah, for sure. I think it's only natural as a human, and especially as an artist, to like over critique yourself on everything.
Right.
And I don't know if you believe in astrology, but I'm a
Completely.
Virgo, and so I just
Pisces, I'm a dreamer.
Oh, okay, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just like overthink everything all the time, and like I've gotten to this point in my life where I've just learned to not pay it as much attention. Like, you
Right.
can't completely block out that voice in your head that says
Right.
this isn't good enough.
Right.
But you can learn to tame it and just build up the confidence within yourself to do whatever and own it.
Right.
Like, I had this dress sitting in my closet for 6 months, and just the other day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it.
Right.
And I wore it, and I was so happy I did, you know?
Nice. Yeah, dope. And then for anybody else, like, that's great advice. Like, you know, go for it.
Yeah. And if you
Worry
look,
about it later. Like, you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
And if you look crazy, like, who cares?
yeah, aren't we
Like,
all a
literally,
little
who
bit crazy?
cares?
Like,
Yeah.
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 I actually, you know, doing this, have learned to overcome a lot of things like that. You
That's
know,
great.
to be able to just be like, F it, you know,
Right.
like, I'm going out here, I'm gonna go do this, you know,
Yeah.
like, so I think it's really big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I think, you know, getting towards the end of this, we've got quite a bit of footage today.
Yeah, we do.
I hate doing shout outs because we always forget somebody. But I will give you the opportunity if you would like to, you know,
Oh,
shout
man.
out anybody, you can.
All right, here's the laundry list. So first, first I want to shout out Bill Benedict for doing this incredible video. I am just blown away by his talent. You should check him out. His Instagram is Cat de Persia. You can do like a little at thing,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
definitely.
cool. And so,
It'll be like right somewhere in this area.
okay, cool. His
Right.
Instagram is Cat de Persia.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Will Beasley for making this incredible beat and producing it and mastering it and all that amazing stuff for Euphoria. Shout out to Kevin Laster, aka Beat Dungeon, for being my other producer and a wonderful friend to me. And just shout out to all you beautiful people watching, because this is important.
Yeah.
What he's doing is so important, and I think it's beautiful that somebody in the local scene is reaching out and trying to get the story, you
Right.
know,
That's awesome.
the diamonds
Yeah.
in the rough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make me blush on camera.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, I
definitely.
think it's the Corona.
It's the Corona. I haven't had much, but damn Corona. Yeah, big shout out to you, Beth, for doing what you do and coming and being a part of this today. And, you know, shout out to everybody, like you said, all the people watching. Follow your dreams.
Do it.
Be like me. I'm a dreamer. You know?
Yes.
But just make sure you act on them, because sometimes I dream about a lot of things, and you know that's just what Pisces do. I guess, you know?
To-do lists.
Yes, to-do
Those
lists.
are great.
Yes. But yeah, anything you ever need from me, you know, don't hesitate to let me know.
I gotcha.
Sweet. And I don't know. Until next time.
Until
We'll be
next
here.
time.
Peace.